Hello, I'm Lisa Speaker. This is day 18 of our 30-day challenge of appellate tips. Today's tip is pertaining to the new appendix rule at the Court of Appeals. And to avoid this being the by far most technical tip of the whole month, I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. There is a new court rule under MCR 7212J, and it has a whole bunch of requirements that did not exist before. The good news for us is that our firm has been doing most of what's required by the new rule for many years, assembling an appendix every time we file a brief. We always felt that it was very helpful to the Court of Appeals for us to provide the documents that we thought were critical. We would bookmark them, we would organize them, we'd have a table of contents for that appendix. So I'm happy to report that our firm is way ahead of the game on this, but there are still a lot of changes in that new court rule that we're still adjusting to. For example, we have to now include all of the transcripts that we're relying on when we file the appendix, and the court rule suggests that you can just take the excerpts, the pages that you're citing. I think that's really confusing, and it's our policy of our firm to just attach the whole transcript and not try to pull out a page here and there. And the time that it would take to go through at the end of the day when you have finished your brief and figure out which pages you cited in your brief and just excerpt those pages out and attach them would be hugely time consuming. And the appendix is due at the same time the brief is due. So it's just not really feasible. But I also think it's giving the Court of Appeals less than what they might want, because if you only cite pages 4, 7, and 10, there's maybe some stuff in the middle that would be helpful for the Court of Appeals to see. So I don't like the thought of not providing the entire transcript. If I'm going to provide anything, I'm going to provide the whole thing. So just one of the things that we're doing in our office to try to comply with the new court rule, and there's a lot of other very technical requirements going into it, but if you're working on a brief, I would highly recommend that you study the new court rule. We do suspect that they will send defect letters for a while, and they're not going to kick your brief because you made a mistake in your appendix. They're going to give, I think, practitioners a time to get used to the new rule, but it is very time consuming to comply, even for an office like ours that has been doing a lot of it already. So something to be very cautious about going forward. So good luck with the appendix.